Good morning, nerds. Welcome to the Mobile Musings for Saturday, August 10th, 2024. It's a beautiful day here in Northern Kentucky. I know I keep saying that, but it's amazing. Sun's out, 66 degrees. Oh, if it could stay this way year round, this place would be unbelievable. Anyways, good day yesterday. Got off work, went to band, watched the band play for a while. I'm starting to dream about this music, not necessarily in a good way, but just the fact that I'm hearing it so much that it's just getting stuck in my head. Uh, it was an interesting night at band though. Had a slight incident with the older child, with my daughter. She was running back from one of her breaks to go grab something from her stuff on the asphalt, tripped and fell, busted up both elbows, both wrists, and a knee. It was probably, well, that dude just straight up almost ran that red light. It was not only painful, but probably also a little bit embarrassing for her, especially considering it happened in front of pretty much everybody. She's in 8th grade. She's one of the younger kids in the marching band, and she fell in front of everybody. I didn't actually see it happen, which is the weirdest part, because we'd been talking to her, we were watching her, and all that kind of stuff. Look away for half an instant, and then all of a sudden, she's hanging out in the back getting first aid, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? But yeah, ended up having to go back there and console her because she was not feeling great about it, and it didn't make it any better that it was after she was kind of getting singled out for she was missing some of her steps because she was on an island last night. The people that are normally on either side of her, both of them not there last night. Out of the 4 people, and she's on the end of the line in the front during this part of the show, and so it was out of the 4 that are on that end of the line where she was the only one, and so she just was she was losing her spacing a little bit, and she was getting kind of singled out about that. Even the band director was saying, "Yeah, it's tough because you're on an island." But her instructor, her actual, just the flute sectional instructor, was singling her out. Not in a bad way necessarily, but just trying to keep her in line. So all that happened, and then she fell, and so it was tough. But she did get back up, and after I let her cry for a little bit because that shit hurts. Falling on asphalt, banging up the knee, and all that kind of stuff. She really just wanted to come sit down with my wife and I, just sit down with mom and dad and watch. And I was like, no, you got to get back out there. You got to get back on the horse and get that bad taste of that incident out of your mouth and get back to it. We learned that the hard way with her because when she was younger, she loved riding horses. She loved going to the stables and riding horses. She had riding lessons once a week just to get out there and be on a horse, whatever. And then she fell off of a horse. And we said, you know what, if you don't want to go back, you don't have to. She has not been back since. She still loves horses. She still loves animals and all that kind of stuff, but she's not entirely enthused about the prospect of riding again. And so last night, when that happened, we were like, we can't let that bad taste be the last thing she has of this incident. And so we were like, no, you got to get up, you got to get back out there. You got to finish out the night strong and be good with it. And best part is that whether it be that she's a little bit older and this is something she does enjoy and all that kind of stuff, and she has the perseverance now and all that, or it's just because this actually worked, she got back out there. She had her band-aids all up her arm and she was bleeding a little bit, but she got back out there and kicked ass for the last 20 minutes of practice. And then she didn't talk about it other than it being like kind of stings, kind of whatever. I patched her up after she got her shower and got ready for bed. She ended up with like a janky band-aid situation for bed because I thought I had the big sticky gauze pads, but I didn't, so I had to tape her up. But she got back up, she got moving, and got back to it. And then at night we just taped her up, read our story, and then went to bed. So she hadn't woken up by the time I got ready and left for work. But hey, it's a weekend. I'll let her sleep in. She's working hard. So the biggest lesson to be learned from that is that if you fall down, you got to get back up. You got to get that bad taste out of your mouth of the incident, and don't let it be the last thing that happens for the night, or else you'll just stew on that. She didn't. She got back up, she got moving, she got back into the situation. And hey, it's all good. So, that was that. After that, we, well, actually, kind of in the middle of all that, there was a soccer game going on. I was watching. I actually wasn't watching when she fell because my phone was about dead. But and it was halftime actually when she fell. But I finished watching the game out. FC Cincinnati gave up a howler in the first 5 minutes of the match. A missed touch. And then came back and won. Well, came back and scored a bit later. And then, ended up winning in shootout. So, I don't know if you guys heard that honk that was just on. It's one of my coworkers that we, every once in a while, just meet up at this light, and then they honk at me when they're like, hey, how you doing? So, it's kind of funny. Anyways, lesson for the day: get back on the horse. Make sure you don't have the last thing of your day leave a bad taste in your mouth. Especially if it's something that's hard to do. Especially if it's something that is a little bit out of your comfort zone. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good one. Okay, love you. Bye.